Come here, sit down with mommy.
So I'll just be asking questions on behalf
Come
of the
here.
reporters today.
No, calm down.
So first up, could you just walk us through your race today?
It was really at the beginning of the race when I was down in the blocks, I just said, God, I give this race to you. I give it all to you, because I knew I was going to come out and I was going to have to fight. So when that gun went off, I literally just emptied everything out of my mind and I just went for it. And then when I got to the 200, I just said, Quanera, go. And I said, thank you, God. And I was like, I gotta fight. So I pumped my arms and I got on that straight. I didn't look back. I didn't look side. I literally I went for it and I just kept my arms going. And like, I can't explain it. There was really no real execution for the race. It was really just to give it to God and just go and fight for what you wanted and to fight what you know that you have worked hard for and that God has given you the ability to do. So just go for it and don't try to hold anything back or try to save anything.
And from Eric Bull at Dystat, how did your execution in this 49-second race feel in comparison to how you raced in April in Miramar?
The execution, I would say it was just about the same, but I felt better today because, like I said, I had a lot on the line for this race, and it was more so of just going to the wall. And in April, it was more so, all right, Quanera, just try to get a qualifying time. So, the mindset of the two races were different in that, but the execution was still the same. It's just the different mindset that I had for this race as opposed to the race in April. Do you have to pee? Oh gosh, he has to pee. Oh, do you have to? I don't know. I don't know if he has to pee or not.
I can call someone over real quick.
Let's just hurry up.
Okay. So also from Eric Bull, how does this validate the importance of big meet experience and competing in high stakes races when veterans like you and Allison are taking the top 2 spots?
Can you repeat that one?
How does this validate the importance of big meet experience and competing in high stakes races when veterans like you and Allison are taking the top 2 spots?
How does it validate? It's more so just like you know what you're up for when you're coming to races like this, and you know what's at stake. So it's just a matter of just knowing what you're up against, basically. Knowing what you're up against, and just taking your time and doing your own race, and not trying to run somebody else's races and stuff like how they're getting out and looking at somebody else when they're running. It's just about being in your own lane and in your own stride, your own pattern and stuff like that. Oh my
gosh. Also from Eric Bull.
I'm sorry. Thank you. DP, come here.
Also from Eric Bull. Although it's Father's Day, how meaningful is it that 2 mothers like you and Allison are leading Team USA into Tokyo in this event?
Honestly, it's unreal, and it means everything. And I speak for Allison because our kids are while we do this, and it gives us so much strength and so much power to know that we have these little ones looking up to us, and to know that as they get older and they get to see that my mom was pregnant with me, and my mom went through so much with me, but she did not give up and she fought to the end, and she made the Olympic team. That right there that's just a feeling that you can't explain. Because that's something that they will look at for the rest of their lives and for the rest of your life. You always have that memory of that. I fought for this. My mom fought for this. So that means I should fight for things and never give up. Friend, cut it out. Mommy's doing an interview right now. See? It's stuff like this that makes it worthwhile.
From Alex Z, what were your expectations coming to trials this year?
It was to win. It's because I know I fought so hard for this. Like I said, before I had my son, I was going to give up track until 2018, and then I found out I was pregnant. So it was just like, I have more reason to fight. So it was just to, work hard, to keep going, and to not give up, because I know I have somebody looking up to me. So my expectation was to come out here and to do what I know I've trained to do, and to trust what God has given me the ability to do, to trust what my coach and I have been doing this entire season, and just try to go for it.
And from Rich Sands, When was your son born, and what was it like coming back from pregnancy?
He was born October 19th in 2018, and coming back, it was very tough. It's like I had to learn how to run all over again. I couldn't come out of blocks. My stride was different. I would do one run in practice, and I would just stop because it was just hurt. And I would get so discouraged because I wasn't hitting my times. So it was a long road, and I thought about giving up after that as well. But when you have a family to take care of, you have more meaning. But the transition was very hard to come back from pregnancy, where your body's just out for basically 4 or 5 months, where you can't run, because I couldn't run while I was pregnant with him because he was too low, and it was very uncomfortable to run. So after I had him, I tried to bounce back as quick as I could, but it was just plain nice. I would cry because my body just would not react the way I wanted it to react. And I was trying to rush the process of trying to get back in there and feeling like I needed to do everything right then and there. And it's just like, Quanera, like, you literally just had a baby. Like, calm down.
All right, from Alex Aziz. On Instagram, I saw that you and your son were separated for months in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Can you describe the situation that led to that? His grandparents are from the Bahamas, so his dad is from the Bahamas. So we allowed him to go to the Bahamas for 2 weeks, because when I was at U.S. Nationals in 2020, he stayed with my mom in North Carolina for 2 weeks. So we only thought it would be fair for him to go to the Bahamas for 2 weeks. But in the midst of him being in the Bahamas, that's when the island shut everything down. So they weren't allowed to fly back into the States because COVID was so bad. So basically he was stuck over there in the Bahamas for 4 months. I couldn't get to him. They couldn't get to me. So we basically just had to FaceTime every single day. And that was like the worst experience of my life. There would be times where I would call him on FaceTime, and then the minute we got off of FaceTime, I would just go and I would cry, because that was the most I've ever been away from my son. And it was just like he was growing up and he was learning new stuff without me. They got him a little bike and he rode the bike and stuff like that. And it's like moments like that you don't want to miss as a mom. So it was just like a lot of stuff. He was learning new words, and it just felt like he was developing without me. And it was the hardest moment for me. And I was just like, I would never let that happen again. So if I can't drive to him in a situation like that, he cannot go without me. From Eddie Pels, what did you share with Allison after the finish line?
I just told her that, I was grateful for all that she's done for mothers, and being as though I was a mother, how she fought for us, and, just her paving the way for me as an athlete, and all that she has done for this sport. And I just thank her for, just being who she was and never giving up, and just paying homage to her. And I was like, are you sure this is your last go around? And she was like, yes. And I was like, no. But I was just honestly just telling her thank you, because I've looked up to Allison for a very long time, and to, be there with her and to go through this with her as a mom, it makes, that even more special to just be there next to her. Wow, look at it. Yeah. Friend.
From Rich Sands, what's your son's name and how do you spell it?
His name is Demetrius, and it's Demetrius.
All right. And
come here, buddy.
Alex Aziz. I know you just qualified, but do you know if your son will be able to accompany you to Tokyo? I know some moms are concerned that their young children won't be able to go to the games due to the travel restrictions.
I don't think he will be coming with me to Tokyo. And, I've talked about that before. To me, it's kind of heartbreaking, because, you live for moments like that, to have your kid there, making this big me and stuff like that. But I know that I got a job to do, and I know that he'll be there for me, in spirit. And when I get home, I still get to share with him, and he still gets to watch me on TV, because he knows, he knows about, racing and everything like that. So just the fact that, I still can think about him while I'm there. It's a good feeling, but I'm a little sad that he won't be there. My first Olympic team, being a mom, you want your kid there, but I understand that, his health and my health and everybody else's health is important, and that comes first. Oh my God, she's gonna miss up you guys' stuff.
Does anyone have any more questions?
Baby, take it off. Take it off. Jesus Christ. Okay, thank you. Thank you. He's giving you guys a run for your money.